Alright, it's Zucky Squad, so we back in the biz with another reaction, and we're gonna be reacting to Michael Jackson, the Womanizer. This is requested by Michael Smith. Thank you for requesting. Y'all like, subscribe, turn those post notifications like I always say. I'm gonna be back with more reactions. And we all know Michael Jackson is a flirt. We all know he a flirt. We all know MJ likes the women. So let's go ahead and get into this reaction. And that's on what? It's on Period. Let's go ahead and go.
That if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it. That people have lied on me. I'm a black American and I'm proud of it.
Period.
I'm honored of it. The bleach skin rumor, which is a rumor, I don't bleach my skin. I'm
Period.
not gay.
Period.
Assistant comes in like, you guys can have a seat, so we sit down. He comes in. He's tall. They're standing there. Two beautiful women walk in. He kisses one. Like, full on. It's a moment. It ain't like no peck. It's like a real situation.
Black girl, white girl.
They look Brazilian. So I'm like, wow, he's a G.
OG. Michael Jackson, the real OG.
He is a normal man. He's a red-blooded man. He's very flirtatious.
Told you.
He loves women. 1988, and Michael was at the height of his fame. I had gone to New York to see him on his Bad tour. He performed a concert at Madison Square Garden. And by some stroke of luck, I ended up in his hotel room after the show at this after party that he was throwing. And Michael was there. And eventually Michael came over and introduced himself to me. He reached out his hand to shake my hand, and I shook his hand. And then when I tried to let go of his hand, he kept holding on.
Baby, he wouldn't
to
let
my
go.
hand. And then he slid his hand all the way down mine. And from that moment on, I knew that there was more to Michael than met the eye. I knew he liked the ladies.
Wow. Well, was Michael Jackson gay?
Absolutely not.
You say that with conviction.
He would always, like whenever we were, he would always he called it fishing.
I remember this part. He said something about, it's a lot of fish. He said, look at her titties. I'm not about to play with him. Baby, get your hook. Go get your hook. Go catch you some, Michael.
Look around for all the hot girls.
Now he called us fish. Not we fish, Michael. Not we fish.
And he's, that turtle. That one's really hot. Oh, look, look how her hair just swirls. So you don't think that was an act?
No. What? That he was doing for me?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Did he ever comment on young men?
No.
I don't think they fully got
They
how
be
much
asking
of a real
stupid-ass
man
questions.
He was coming from a different generation, a different
Did he
conception,
ever inform me?
of the way to be masculine.
Never mind.
In talking to L.A. Reid and in talking to Teddy Riley, guys who spent a lot of time with him, they both told me stories about these women in the studio. Okay, I mean, it's an interesting thing. I was, everyone has their perceptions of what Michael was about. But I tell you what, L.A. Reid is a guy I know very well. I know Teddy Riley very well. These are very straight guys. And they're telling me that Michael had fine-ass women in the studio hanging out with him. It's around the turn of the century. So he goes to a party with Michael. Michael's asking him, where's Beyonce? Because he's never
I
met
remember
Beyonce at
that
this
part
point.
too.
Because he wanted to see her.
Yeah.
And he made a reference about her derriere. And he goes, I want to see the girl with the... He comes over, he introduced her to Beyonce. Then Michael sees a woman in the crowd and bring her over. Michael chats with her. Michael does not take her phone number. As any well-known star knows, you never take the phone number. Your man takes the phone number. So this guy ends up getting the number from Michael. So it's interesting that there's this whole narrative about Michael as a heterosexual male. hanging out with guys I know who are very heterosexual male.
You know what I'm saying? So then I go and I find Mike. I'm like, Mike, what's up? What you doing here? Yeah. Thanks for coming. Then so I get him a booth. We go to the booth. We start chit-chatting. And so right there, he has his arm, bring that up so they can see his arm around me. But then you don't see the shot of him whispering in my ear. Right after the shot was taken, he whispers in my ear. He says, "Where's Beyonce?"
Really?
Not where's Beyonce.
Wow. Wow.
He ain't give a fuck about no Jay-Z.
Holla at Beyonce. This was before Jay-Z though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
This is before
he came
Jay-Z.
to the party to holler at Beyonce, finds her, and dances with Beyonce in the party.
Cool.
Yeah. Mike was smooth, Jack.
He's a smooth criminal.
Square, New York City. New York City, where people have come together at a time when we need everyone to
Bro,
come
he's
together.
slick. He think he's
Here in
slick with
Times
it,
Square,
but he really
all
is.
Brought together by this man in the blue
What?
shirt, the invincible one, Michael
You know what he
Jackson.
doing.
Michael chats with her. Michael does not take her phone number. As any well-known star knows, you never take the phone number. Your man takes the phone number.
We have, wrote it down. The number.
He can't even write. He distracted. He can't even write. He said. He said something sticking out. Michael said, "You nasty, you nasty."
Let her. She won't hurt you.
Go ahead.
Won't you give your heart to me?
Of course. Give me more than a hug.
Won't you give your heart to me?
He said, "You can give me more than a hug."
Give me more than a hug.
Won't you give your heart to me?
Of course. Give me more than a hug.
I met him first in '77 when they were first signed to Epic Records and did a first project with Gamble and Huff called Going Places and worked with him.
But Emilian, when you hear people make the allegations that he was behind closed doors a monster to children, your thoughts on that?
Well, the fact is right now is, to convict a person when he's dead is like, okay, he's not here to defend himself. So what can you say? But my thoughts are, I knew Michael as a different person. So I never knew Michael like that, or that side of Michael. He's a regular guy. He was chasing girls.
We knew him to do that.
He was a big girl chaser. So.
Listen, Michael, when he spent time with Diana Ross with The Wiz, he always had this.
Baby, he was in love with
for
Diana Ross.
She was young.
Michael loved from Diana Ross.
And I think it got to a point where he really loved her and he really liked her, still to this day. And she was just this dream for him, and he had this ongoing, just a fascination for her. He loved her.
And I was dating Michael back then. I thought I was going to marry Michael.
Well, she knows.
You know what I want to say? Michael is very much a man, and he was very loving. He was very caring.
You know what?
Because he lived on Sutton Place, and he was filming the Wiz movie, and I used to go over and spend the night, and I would do his laundry.
Wow.
And we would
Ooh,
go down
baby,
to the
Michael
laundry
Jackson was
together.
fun right
Michael
here.
is
Ooh, Jesus
not what
Christ.
He's very
Ooh,
real.
look at that
He's very-
jacket.
And I've never spoke about that, but he's very just a regular kind of guy. Michael is a great kisser. I kissed him. He's a great kisser. He's a great kisser.
Yeah,
And he's very, very affectionate.
Where did he kiss you at? In
Where
the
did he kiss me
thriller.
at? Where do you think he kissed me?
Oh, she's trying to get spicy. Hold on. Where you think he kissed me at?
I love all the girls in the balcony.
I like this jacket though.
Well, Katharine Hepburn, who is a dear friend of mine, she told me I should, and I'm doing it for her, okay? And the girls in the balcony.
Guy, he was chasing girls.
Yeah, we knew him to do that.
He was the big girl chaser.
Called it fishing. He looked around for all the hot girls.
I like that ass slapping too. I see that too.
I can sit here under oath or any other way you want it, and I'm a staunch Catholic. I'll swear on the Bible. Michael is not gay, nor has he ever been gay. He's confided in me that certain women that he had relationships with, he wasn't public about any of it because, you know, you don't want the fans to think you're tied down. They don't have that shot of getting you.
And I slap on the ass.
I went to his home, Netherlands.
Whitney Houston.
And he pulled out all of
her and Bubbles.
He picked me up in a helicopter.
Bubbles licking her toes.
To the house. And he had a coach and buggy pick me up from the gate to his home.
Michael told me about being on the set of a movie, and one of the leading ladies invited him to her room to watch a movie. And I guess they were saying would be she jumped his bones.
I know some of the stars that Michael had been with. I'll take that to my grave.
Was he a pedophile?
No, we don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Not at all.
Being a father myself and being a man, men know men. He had the desires of women like we do.
In fact, they say he had at least 2 girlfriends, dispelling that other.
Michael.
We had a curtain in the that covered the back seat. You couldn't see in the back seat. They talked back there, and you know.
So he's making out in the back seat?
Or chewing loud gum.
It sounds like you're chaperoning 2 teenagers on a date.
That was cute for us.
Right.
You want to be honest? There was a girl that I took from that party back home, and I couldn't stay there and do it. Well, actually, I saw Michael take a girl home from his own party, too.
But I heard him mention this idea of pornography. Well, he's correct. They found approximately 90 girly magazines in Michael Jackson's home. Playboy, Hustler, Penthouse. His fingerprints were on them. He had bought them. They never found any kiddie porn on computers or anywhere else. And I used that fact in my closing argument to explain why this guy is not a pedophile. So, a lot of things that the media picked up and gave you a surface impression about were not at all what they were made to seem.
I made a list of things. When I get angry enough, I write down what I want to say and what I want to talk about to set the record straight. Because you get to a point where you get tired of people lying. I get tired of situations like this.
Feel you.
Where people completely lie on me, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta feel him right there. I mean, who wants to get lied on? Like, that shit ain't cool. Like, lying, that shit's not fucking cool at all. Michael Jackson, he loved the ladies, and that's on period. He's MJ, baby. He's MJ to the women. He's flirty, fun, can dance, got money, love the ladies. I mean, it can't get no better than MJ. So y'all like, subscribe, turn on post notifications like I always say. I'm going to be back with more reactions. Thank y'all for watching. We out.
I never snitch on you, daddy. Never. I hold a brick for you, daddy.